Grrr! It's the Fit episode! With your host...
Grrr!
And Daidus!
We are finally gonna do our vent episode.
You don't sound angry, Emily.
Grrr! You guys know the concept of vent art! I don't really ever make vent art. The last time I did was when I was a child.
I've never done this in my entire life.
Really? You've never, illustrated your negative feelings in the moment?
I just play video games and eat food. Yeah, I order fried chicken. That's my vent art. I just feel like, I don't know, isn't it dangerous to be I create my best pieces when I'm emotionally unstable?
Well, I guess, isn't it kind of like how music artists, after they go through, a breakup, they make the best music?
Yes. Yes, their life is a mess, and that's why it's so good.
Who hurt them? Keep going. These are bangers.
So, what we're gonna do is that we're using acrylic gouache.
This is what we have.
Yeah, and we're not even gonna think of what we're painting or what we're doing. We're just gonna vent.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna create a piece that maybe it's from our emotions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen to you.
A therapeutic episode. Also, just a warning, there's gonna be a lot of complaining. It is a vent episode after all. So if you're I don't really want to hear you guys complain for an hour straight, we'll see you next week. But for those of you who maybe want to draw your own vent art with us, maybe you're feeling down in the dumps today, having a hard week.
To be fair, I don't think we ever... I never complain on the internet, and I'll explain why.
Me too. I was gonna say, I usually try to avoid unloading my personal problems.
Well, I think that'd be a fun idea, right?
Yeah, we're venting about stuff that we are at least somewhat comfortable talking about on a public scale.
All right, let's get started, Emily.
Ooh, the color of anger, or passion.
I have no idea what colors I'm supposed. I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna think about it. Actually,
yeah, don't think about it.
I'm just doing whatever. Also, this is palette paper, which was very kindly gifted to us by one of the Spilled Ink guests, Inkwell. Thank you so much, Inkwell. We are putting this to good use. What's up, Daidus?
Ooh, a cool color.
Wait, that's really pretty.
It looks like a galaxy.
Yeah, what the heck? That's pretty.
All right. Anyways, the reason why I never vent on the internet. And honestly, to be fair, as a person, I just don't vent that much because I like to solve my problems quietly. Because eventually I know the problem's gonna be solved if I just keep at it.
Yeah.
But the reason, if there is an annoying comment that I read, right, and it's kind of rare-ish for me because our community is very wholesome, and even the Daidus channel is wholesome. But I noticed that when you disappear for X amount of time, you get some comments that are just they're mad sometimes. The reason why I don't like to vent out loud is because it shows what bothers you, right? And for people, it
gives people ammo.
Exactly. So people who just don't like you, just for no reason or some sort of reason, they don't even have to explain it, just don't like you. They will use that as oh, I know the thing that bothers this person, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right? So you're just giving ammo to them, right?
Yeah.
And there are some creators I saw, I'm not naming any names or anything, but they will sometimes they will reply to these types of comments, and it just fuels them.
We've all been guilty of doing that at some point.
But sometimes you can't help it, right? Sometimes you're oh,
let me at him!
My fingers,
let me at him!
But yeah, I tend to not vent on the internet, at least ever, unless it's about a show. I don't care. Who cares what I think about this anime, right?
No, dude, I don't even do that. I don't give my anime opinions online because some people take it very seriously and they get really mad.
They do, but I don't know. That's what makes discussion fun, right? If it's just always oh, you're right. No, that's boring, right?
No, but I feel there's a difference between having fun discourse about a character and telling someone to themselves because you don't like their favorite character.
Okay, but that's every extreme.
That's true, yeah.
Which is also another good to vent about is just I get the person, what they did was bad and what they whatever, but when they start sending death threats and stuff, that's when it gets too far.
It's all right.
It's just all right. Let's not, bro.
So then, what are you venting about now?
I thought you would go first and I would just bounce off you because I'm not a good venter.
Wait, what? Why am I going first?
No, because I need something to spark my brain. That's how it works.
But I feel we're gonna be venting about two very different things. Okay, you uploaded recently, Daidus.
Yeah.
And how does that feel?
It feels good, but I feel dumb.
Why?
So, if you guys don't know, I made a video called
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And in that video, I have one last story time for you guys, and it's, what did I say, 70% done?
60% done.
60% done. To be fair, it was
it
technically
was
true.
Yeah.
It was pretty close to being done, but I just couldn't get myself to finish the thing. It's just like it like ate inside of me, just because like I just wasn't having fun. I didn't even drawing. So you know how like simple you can make like a smiley face. Even drawing a smiley face for that video was just like I had to push myself. I was just like, I don't know why that's the thing. I just, you know, I had.
You just weren't feeling anymore. You're burnt out from storytime content.
But I did. But I wanted to give something for, like, you know, the one last send off to the fans.
Yeah,
you know?
for the road.
Right. I appreciate that. Like, there's people out there that was like, no, you do you. You make your best artwork when you do what you like.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But, you know, like, I just felt like, oh, one more can't hurt. Little did I know.
It hurt.
That it hurt. It hurt. I didn't know. Now I truly know I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I truly know. When I posted it, I just felt stupid because I was just like, man, I should have just did something I actually wanted to do.
Yeah, like in all that time I spent dragging my feet on this video, I could have just made something I wanted to make.
Yes, exactly. Like, and I felt like I wasted a lot of time, like, battling this thing and having shackles when I should have just been, you know, making something that I actually wanted to make. I hate the comments where they, you know, you do all this work and you come back and they go, rent must be due.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate it. Like, yeah, to the extent, like, it's nice to make money from the things that you like doing and like creating, but that's not the only thing, right? And it's just like, it's just kind of rude. Like, you know, you come back and you only care about
work.
You only care about money.
You came crawling back for the ad rev, I see.
I came in like, and I don't even want to comment back because I'm like, this is a dumb thing.
It's stupid,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is annoying.
Well, I think the comments on your particular video that I found kind of frustrating were the fans who were like, so what have you been doing all this time? How are you making a living? And you're like, if you watched my previous video, if you would have known that I'm on Spilled Ink now.
Yeah, I was just surprised. Like, okay, so for my description when I first released the video, all I wrote was because I just felt like
something simple.
Like my fans would know like about the last video, right?
Yeah.
But there's some people that they comment before they even watching the video, and then they say the thing that I talked about in the video, and they're like, "What is bro doing?" And like, it's like, watch the video before you comment. Like, people who comment before watching the videos drive me insane because you literally debunk their criticism, but they don't watch the thing.
Because they're just trying to...
Yeah, they're just trying to put their 2 cents in for no reason.
Yeah, bro came back from the dead. You're like, I've been here. I've been very active, actually. And it's like, if people... It's not that... I'm like venting for you.
Oh, no, because you understand how I feel.
Yeah, like people... It's not that you're like, oh, how dare you not watch this like new channel which has completely different content from what I've been doing. But it's more like, how can you demand like a new upload from me when you clearly haven't watched the previous one that literally explains where I'm going?
Yeah, I don't.
That like answers the question. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand. And I noticed that like usually like when I used to post more frequently at least, like my fan base was a lot more nicer, but I feel like they see a sign of weakness is like, oh, he hasn't posted in so long.
Oh, you're well, because we've all seen it with our other peers who go missing for a while and they come back and then everyone in the comments is like, oh, I see you remembered your login password. Ooh,
yeah, I mean that's fair, like whatever, you know.
I see rent is due.
Okay, that's annoying, but
it's annoying because it's like if I wanted to min-max making money, do you think I'd be doing fully drawn storytime?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the worst.
If I wanted money, the fuck?
Seriously. You know, also, here comes another complaint that I just remembered. I don't like it when people don't understand how much work goes into an animation video or just drawing in general. What I don't like is that sometimes you'll get comments that are like, why is he so lazy? And like in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know it's a meme that I'm like lazy and stuff. Like I get that, that's cool and stuff. Like I don't mind. But at the same time, like next time you should try counting how many drawings are in like one of my videos. Like just over like 300 plus, right? Including the frames and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I hate saying that out loud because it makes me sound like I work so hard. Ooh. Like, so I can't say anything because like it makes me look like a butthole, and I don't like feeling like a butthole or looking like a butthole or just being a butthole, right?
Yeah.
So I tend to like let a lot of comments just slide, and like I'm like whatever, okay, sure, you can think that. Oh, you're going character. I thought we were supposed to not be thinking. You drew that while you weren't thinking.
I'm not thinking. I'm just drawing how I feel.
Okay. You're visually drawing how you feel. Okay.
Oh yes, yeah. Mine's a bit more literal. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's like more literal. I see.
I'll say I don't know.
I'm going abstract.
Feeling. I don't know how to do abstract.
I just think it's easier for me to like yap while I'm like doing this abstract, like not thinking piece, I guess.
Yeah. Luckily you have this channel. Because if you didn't have spilled ink, then I feel like those comments would cut even deeper.
Right. So that is so true. Now that you mentioned it, there was a comment that was like, what does bro even do for a job? How does he make money? Or like, he doesn't do anything. Clearly he doesn't post on his channel. Normally that would cut deep because like I was last year. Was it last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
I was going through my, I was going through it.
Yeah.
And with my burnoutness, and I was like not making any money. So yeah, it would cut deep if I didn't have a spilled ink, because spilled ink, not only it lets me do the things that I want to do and love doing, like arts, I also get to make a living out of it, which is very nice. So those comments don't cut me deep anymore because it's like, well,
because they're not true.
It's not true. Yeah, exactly. But if it was true, those comments would get to me for sure.
Yeah.
Am I done complaining now?
I mean, only if you want to be. I don't want you to feel like you have to. It's how you're feeling. That's it.
Because like I said, like I feel like if it was a one-on-one with you personally, like without a camera and a bunch of like a bajillion people watching.
What else?
Right?
What happened?
I could easily just go off and like not pay the consequences. But I have to be a little bit careful when I'm talking right now because, people
No,
like,
I feel that.
Wow, you're such a jerk.
It's forever. It's on the internet,
Yeah.
I get it.
Armchair psychologist. My problem with armchair psychologist is that when you know for a fact that's not true, and they say that you're this. Okay, people say I have autism all the time, and I'm like, it's not actually true. I have ADHD, but not autism.
They share very similar.
But they keep saying it,
Yeah.
Like, they have similar traits, but like I'm just gonna tell you now, it's just ADHD. I know for a fact. You don't have to like diagnose me all the time. Or like if you do little body languages, they're trying to read you.
I see the body language experts.
Yeah. Oh, when I was on Trash Taste, they love. Is that too much? Okay.
No, I mean, okay. To be fair,
on Trash Taste, they love doing armchair psychologists.
But that's also how you found out that you should get checked for ADHD, because
I know.
Mudan was like, I have those same symptoms. You should probably get checked, and you were like, okay.
Yeah, but that was Mudan.
Yeah, that's true. Cause Mudan knows you.
Yeah, exactly. Mudan knows me, so I'm like, yeah. If anyone, I would believe you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's just like, I get it. Like if you present yourself to a new people and they don't understand how you work, they're gonna automatically be like, oh, this guy has blank. Okay, another one.
Okay.
Backseat relationship commenters. I like how most of these pet peeves are just commenters. The thing is, comments, like, they're hiding behind the screen, right?
Yeah.
So they can like say the most like annoying stuff and like not pay the consequences, right?
Relationship backseaters.
Yeah, relationship backseaters are like really annoying because like I literally see Emily like on and off the camera. I see her all the time. There's like one guy that's just like, why aren't you treating her nice? Like I'm like we're only recording for like an hour.
You're like, I'm not gonna give her smooches on camera. Nobody wants to see that.
This guy gives her no physical affection. I was like, what is this crazy unhinged like backseating? Like it's so weird. It's so weird.
I mean, there's not a lot of that, but
there's not. But I'm talking about like literally like half of 1%. Like
no, yeah.
0.05%. There's like that one guy.
Occasionally it'll be like, I don't want to make any judgments about your relationship, but, and then proceeds to, like a 3-paragraph essay about like a judgment on our relationship. Yeah, I get it. I see it a lot just with anyone online who has a relationship public.
Yeah.
They'll just make snap judgments.
It's the price you pay, huh?
Yeah. It's like, it comes with the territory, unfortunately. It doesn't make it any less annoying to see, of course, but I kind of figured we were going to get some of that when we started this channel.
I mean, it would have been bad if I didn't know you well enough, but like I said, we've known each other for so long. There's nothing anyone could say that will, like, cause a rift.
Yeah, 100%. Daidus, it's been 30 minutes of recording, and you still haven't told me you love me. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Do you even like me?
Right?
Do you even like me?
All right, Emily, it's time for you.
Okay.
Time to go off, Queen.
Go off. I think for me, when I think about like what has been troubling me for the past however long.
What has been?
You would know. You know.
Is it that you feel like you're not allowed to talk about lads or something?
No. You think my... Stop!
What?
I was not going to bring it up at all this video. Why'd you bring it up? My biggest gripe, I think, with myself is I feel like I'm so much less confident than I used to be.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey, why'd you agree so fast, huh?
I remember it. Yeah, you turned like a lot more introverted.
Yeah.
And you don't like that.
I don't like that. I'll explain, I guess.
I like being introverted.
You're like, welcome to my world, baby. Woo!
Okay, from your personal opinion, would you think I'm introverted or extroverted?
Introverted.
Not even ambi? What's the ambi thing?
Ambivert? No, you're introverted.
Okay.
Because even when you're around like your favorite people, at a certain point, you're like, all right, I need alone time. I need out. Get me out.
If it's like my really super duper close friend, I'm just like I could do all day.
Yeah. I feel so. Okay, I guess on the topic of story time, there is like a video topic that I wish I could make, that I've been wanting to make for the past like year or two.
Really?
And because it's very relevant to, I feel like it's good info. The difficult friendship lessons I've had to learn. Because I feel like sorry, my leg is rubbing against the table and it sounds like I'm farting, but it's just my leg rubbing against the table.
Stop rubbing against the table.
Sorry. I feel like your early 20s is where you make as many friends as you want.
Big
like,
true.
Woo!
Huge
like, hell
true.
yeah, I love friends, friendship. And then your late 20s is where you slowly start to realize what is important in your life and the type of people you want to keep in your life.
Huge true.
And that is unfortunately like a lesson that I've had to learn in like a very difficult way. Okay, so I feel comfortable talking about this now because it's been years. Like it's not something that's really affecting me that much now. The reason why I've been really hesitant to make a video just talking about like what I've learned from like toxic friendships is because I don't want like an ex-friend to watch the video and get pissed off. I'm not interested in pissing people off, but
I have a lot of those video ideas that I can't do.
That you can't do, yeah, because you're like, I just know like someone in my life's gonna get pissed off if I talk about this.
Well, not only that, it's more like you don't want. It just sounds like complaining at the end of the day, or just like throwing someone under the bus. You shouldn't use your power to bring people down.
Exactly.
Right? Having like a somewhat of like influencer.
Yeah.
You don't want
a call out post. I'm gonna call you out.
It's like beneath. It feels like it's beneath you, right? To
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna send all these hordes of people at
you.
Oh
no! Obviously, like if I were to make the video, it wouldn't be like this is what this person did.
Even if like that person you're talking ill will read the comments and they're all shitting on them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to bring positivity at least when I see people, right?
Yeah, I don't. It's difficult because
with great power comes with great responsibility.
Yeah. The video I was thinking of making was just like, this is just what I've learned. It's not necessarily like, oh, this person did me dirty.
Oh, right.
But like, obviously you would have to give some
you
kind
put
of
like
context.
a positive spin on it.
But it's difficult because I don't want to make a video topic that feels like it's designed to make people like pity me.
Yeah, that too.
It feels like, I don't know.
Manipulate. I agree with this because I don't like the feeling of that I'm manipulating people, right?
Yeah.
It's similar, right?
So like if I were to make this like story time video, it probably wouldn't be drawn only because like I don't want to draw like 50 drawings of me like looking sad because that feels manipulative. And I don't know, it's also just like kind of a heavy topic that I wouldn't feel comfortable like drawing to.
Right. There's some things that shouldn't be public, right?
Yeah. Basically, this is a rite of passage for everybody. Everyone has had the experience of like having your trust completely broken by someone who you considered a friend, right?
Right.
And even though it's happened years ago, I hate the feeling of like this has fundamentally changed me as a person.
Yes, it's very sad.
And what?
Because like occasionally you like randomly cry about it. It's so sad.
No. That makes me sound pathetic!
No, it's not. It's being human.
Yeah.
You have feelings. What, are you a robot?
Well, just I'll randomly cry about it.
No, it would just like, it would trigger. Like, so, for example, like, something could be mentioned, and then all of a sudden you're like, this reminds me of that time, blah, right?
It's like,
and then you're like,
a Family Guy cutaway gag, but sad.
Right. Right, exactly. You're like, this reminds me of this. And then you're like, oh, I wish I didn't think of this. And then you're like, oh, I remember that one time. And then you keep going down the rabbit hole. And then you're like, oh, remember when he did this to me? Oh. Yeah.
And it sucks because when that does happen, I feel so shitty because it's like, damn, I thought I was healed from this.
You want to be strong, right? You're like, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. No big deal. Tear runs down your tear.
Yeah.
Your face.
I'm over it. Don't worry. Everyone has had the experience, I think, of having a friend who like views you as competition.
Yes.
And it ends up permanently damaging your friendship. So I had a friend that was like that at one point in my life. Mm-hmm. And I cut that friendship out of my life because I was like, this is really toxic. Long story short, I had a friend who sort of let their insecurity get the best of them. Mm-hmm. And really like f***ed up our friendship. You know, we both moved past it.
I hope so.
What do you mean? But I remember like a year after this had happened, I went to a convention. Okay, so now I'm talking about a different person now. This is a different person.
Okay.
So I told this story on Trash Taste like a few years ago, but there was one person who I was friends with in like high school. This is different from the person I was just talking about. Sorry, I have to be really vague. But this is a person I was friends with in high school, and I saw them at a con like a few years after we graduated college, and I hadn't seen them in years. And I approached them to be like, you know, hey, it's been so long, I haven't seen you in a while. And they kind of just coldly brushed me off. Their exact words were, I don't have the time for this right now. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. Like, I didn't know, like, you didn't fuck with me like that anymore. So that was that. But then after my YouTube blew up, I saw them again. You know this story.
Of course.
I saw them again at a different con, and they were acting very familiar and friendly with me.
Yeah, the classic.
And they were like, oh my god, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Like, oh my god, it blew up. That's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. And I didn't have the heart to be like, you know, return the favor, like, fuck off.
Yeah, no.
Because, you know, I don't want to do that.
No confrontation. Yeah.
But then it would be really awkward because I would just keep running into them at a different con. And then they would do that thing where they come up to me and they're very familiar. And I'm like, all right, first of all, like, I don't know you like this. You made it very clear. The very first time I approached you. But I remember, like, the year after I ended my friendship with that one toxic friend, this other person that I just talked about, they were helping someone like run a booth, and they saw me. They were like, oh my gosh, Emily, hey, like I'm helping a friend sell some stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool, like this looks great. And so they packed me an order and handed it to me, and they were like, here, like take this. And I'm like, oh, how much do I owe you? Like, I don't want to take this for free. And they were like, oh my god, we're such good friends. I could never charge you. All I ask is that you post it on your Instagram.
All right.
And they said, I could never make you pay for it. Your fans will pay for it. And I remember I felt so shitty. I didn't post on my Instagram, by the way. I didn't take the bait. But I remember afterwards I felt like because like the year prior, I had to cut off a friendship because someone was resentful of me because I was doing well. And now I'm in a situation where someone only likes me because I'm doing well.
Yeah.
The thing is, it wouldn't have bothered me as much had that whole thing not happened the year prior with like that other friend.
I get it now. You're just a lot more cautious when it comes to making new friends because of the bad experience you had to go through.
Yeah, like now, all of my friendships are a slow burn, which I don't mind.
That's always been me.
I think for me, the feelings I've been trying to like sort through myself is like, damn, I really missed this part of myself that was so much more open and didn't have a wall, but also that part of myself was also what made me more naive and very conflict averse.
Yeah.
I think one of the flaws that I had that luckily I think I've gotten better at but could still use some work, I don't know, I feel like I just let people get away with too much disrespect.
Well, sometimes you have to, because for me, I like to avoid all conflict.
Just hanging around.
No, me too.
So if something happens to me, I'm just like, oh, that sucks and this person sucks, but like if I show attention to it, I could potentially make an enemy or make it worse.
Yeah.
And when someone decides to be your foe, they will go at the ends of the earth to annoy you. Right? They'll just be really insanely annoying. Like they can live their whole life just like being like, oh, I can't wait to take down this guy.
I don't know. I kind of miss when I was like, I guess sort of blissfully unaware of like how mean-spirited people could be. Like,
yeah, but that what you're saying is like it's true. Like in the perfect world where people aren't dicks and people are not taking advantage of each other and people are being people.
Yeah.
Like then like your old self would be amazing, right? It is a happy, very happy, like unaware, blissfully unaware, right? But then, like, you reality sets in. You're like, oh, people take advantage of this types of behavior, right?
Yeah.
They will take advantage of the fact that you're unaware of X, right?
For example, I used to completely miss when someone would say something kind of rude and it would just go over my head. Like, I would just miss it completely. I would not be aware of it.
That's not good, though.
No, I know. Okay, that's bad, right?
Right.
I like, it would go over my head, so, like, my feelings wouldn't get hurt only because it's not something I noticed. I'm gonna give an example. Years ago, I went to a con with a bunch of friends, and I was wearing a Celeste cosplay from Animal Crossing. And this is a cosplay that I had drawn, but I can't sew, so I commissioned a cosplay maker to make the outfit, to, like, bring my vision to life. And I really liked it. It was cute. But I was walking around the con, and there was this girl in, like, a really beautiful Haku-inspired cosplay. Haku from Spirited Away. And she walked over, and I thought it was regular friendly conversation, but she was like, oh, did you make your cosplay? And I was like, oh, no, I drew it. I designed it, but I commissioned someone to make it for me because I don't know how to sew. Haha. And she said something along the lines of, like, wow, why do I bother putting in so much work in making my cosplays?
Right.
And then,
I get that. It's just self-project. Like,
and then I laughed because I was like, haha, like, it turned out great though. It looks good. But, like, she walked away, and then I remember my friends were like, Emily, she was being so rude to you.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I had no idea. I thought it was just regular, like, friendly conversation. I didn't realize I was being shaded just now. And obviously not good, but that, like, one really toxic friend I had would kind of, they knew that I wouldn't catch on to, like, shade. Sometimes make jabs at me that would go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't know. You know.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Yeah. They would make jabs that would make other people raise their eyebrows, but I just would have no idea. Ever since I walked away from that friendship, when I sort of had that clarity of, like, all these times that I was getting, like, shit on and just had no fucking clue.
Right.
It made me kind of paranoid, where now I feel like I overanalyze everything anyone ever says to me.
You overanalyze?
Yeah, like, I'll overthink every social interaction.
Oh, true. Now you have, like, social anxiety.
No, I don't!
You definitely do. Every time we meet someone and then you go, and I thought it was fine, and then you go to me and you're like, were we cringe?
Was I cringe? Did I say something weird?
Like, did we do okay? I was like, oh yeah, I didn't see any problem. What if they think blank? I'm like, oh, I don't think so.
You're like, honey, I think you're fine, and I'm like, no, they probably hate me now. Like younger me didn't really understand that feeling.
Right.
I was like, oh, why would I think someone's thinking badly of me if I'm just having a normal, friendly interaction with them?
Honey, you know what I think this is? Your frontal lobe has fully developed. It fully developed finally.
my prefrontal cortex.
You gotta remember, like, I will shade all the 20-year-olds. I was 22. When you're 20, you're just dumb. You're just dumb. Come on, like, you're just dumb.
As much as I appreciate, like, how carefree I used to be, overall, I like who I am now much better than who I was, like, 4 or 5 years ago, right?
But it is annoying being, like, overly analyzing every interaction you ever have.
That's what I mean. Like, I need to find a healthy middle ground.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue was when I was still in, like, recovering from this heartbreak, I made the mistake of thinking that eventually I was just gonna be back to normal, like, exactly how I was before. I used to think of myself as very, like, oh, I don't hold on to feelings for too long. I'll just get over it. I get over things really easily.
No.
But, like, that's not true.
Let me step in.
All right, go for it.
You were so unhealthy when I first met you.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Anything that bothered you, you instant bottled it up. And I always had to tell you, like, don't do that. Stop doing that. I was like, don't do that. That's really bad. Like, don't do that. You don't bottle things up anymore. You let it come out and,
Yeah.
And you used to suppress everything. Everything. I was like, this is so unhealthy. And, like, as years go by.
Yeah.
You've gotten so much better.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah. Well, I used to think, like, oh, if something bothers me, I'll just get over it, forehead. I can just get over it, whatever. Yeah. Like, I used to pride myself on, I don't hold grudges. I just get over it. But what that ended up meaning was I would just, like, put my feelings aside and just shove it and just hope that I had memory loss.
Yeah, no, literally. And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, Emily, remember when this happened? You're like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it wasn't that long ago. Like, you're like, huh?
Memory suppression successful.
I know, but you don't do that anymore, do you?
I don't think so.
I think you're just catching up. You're just catching up. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But like one of the things that I've had to learn and try to put into practice more is if my feelings get hurt, I should say something. I should just say it. Like I shouldn't stuff it because I think
Well, sometimes it depends.
Well, yeah, it was the conflict averse part of me that just didn't want to deal with like I don't want someone to think less of me because I'm feeling some type of way. So I'm just gonna shove it in the back of my head and like hope I forget about it. And like so one example. So last year, a friend had made a joke that really hurt my feelings.
Right.
And at first was gonna do the old Emily special. It hurt my feelings. I'm just gonna. It was a joke though. I'll get over it. It's fine. I can get over it. It's no big deal.
Nope, you're smarter than that now, Emily. You're smarter now.
But yeah. And then I remember like, it was a joke, but it was still really hurtful. I thought to myself, like, okay, if I still feel, I'm gonna journal about it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna journal about it. If I still feel upset about it, like a day later, I'm going to tell my friend that they hurt my feelings.
Yeah, they say that, like, journaling is very therapeutic.
It is.
Yeah, and you just proved it, right?
Yeah.
You agree that,
I wrote about it. The next day I looked at my journal entry, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of, like, I'm really clearly very upset. I'm clearly very upset and just try to ignore it.
Oh.
I should say something. And so, but I was terrified because I'm not used to the feeling of like just telling someone like you did this thing that like hurt my feelings.
For like how I do things and how our relationship it kind of is like we always. I think honesty is always the key.
Yeah.
If you care enough for the person. Right?
Exactly.
You don't want to be honest to a stranger.
But yeah, you're not gonna tell everyone who ever pisses you off like you pissed me off.
That's why you gotta build the connection slowly, and then you can be like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This thing bothered me. How's your response? And depending on the response, it's either you're all cool. You're like, all right, that's cool, bro. Like, cool, thanks, man. Or you're just like, oh, I don't like your response.
Yeah.
But it has to be bad enough. Right?
Yeah, it can't be every minor grievance. That's why I was like, okay, if it still bothers me after like 2 days in a journal session, then like clearly I have to say something.
Yeah.
So I ended up messaging that friend, and I was so terrified because I was like, they're gonna think I'm overly sensitive. They're gonna think less of me. But I was like, if me telling someone that my feelings are hurt makes them think less of me, then that's not a friend worth keeping. Yeah,
no, that's why I said it's like true friends will hear you out.
Yeah.
And like try to understand you.
And I remember, like, after I sent that message, this friend called me up immediately. Didn't like text a response. They called me to be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I like did not intend to hurt you like that. I'm so sorry, but like that was fucked up of me.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and I remember like I cried because I was like, wow, this is what it feels like. This is great. I'm so happy.
Happy for you.
If I were to make that video about like friendship lessons I've had to learn, that would be one of them. Like, hey, a good friendship is one where you can honestly talk, which is like no duh, obviously, but I feel like it's so much easier said than done. It's easy to be like, just tell them how you feel. But
yeah, because then you just turn to an asshole if you're always telling everyone how you feel. Oh yeah. Look at you. You look ugly today.
Stop! No, not like that. Why do you chew so loud?
I think. For me, at least, like I think like being able to talk about your feelings with like the people you care about and stuff like that, it just comes from experience.
Yeah.
And it comes from like growing older and learning. That's why we older people have less friends because your criteria of list of like things you have to hit grow bigger because you're like, I don't like people that do this sort of stuff. I don't like when people do that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you have to like it's hard, right?
Yeah.
It gets tough. When you're 20, like everyone's just dumb, so it just works.
Yeah, everyone's prefrontal cortex is forming together.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the bonding experience, right? And then that's why like when you're younger, it's better to have friends when you're younger because it's like you guys grew together, so you have like a bond in a way.
So one of the things that I am grateful for is I feel like I can be reminded of these sad memories and have it not affect me as much now. But I remember
this is called healing.
I guess so, yeah. I guess it's kind of expected. But what pissed me off, it wasn't the fact that it happened that pissed me off. What pissed me off was that I couldn't enjoy some like media for a while because it reminded me too much of
I noticed that. Person. Yeah, there'll be a character and you're like, ooh, and I'm like, no, it's fictional. It's a fictional character.
Like, okay, I love Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama Love is War is a very good anime, very funny rom-com. It's a good anime. I recommend it if you haven't seen it. However, we started watching it pretty like shortly after I like cut my friendship with a person years ago, and
you're like, Kaguya's mean.
I could not stand Kaguya. Kaguya pissed me off, and like, I know it's a comedy, right? But the thing that upset me was the way Kaguya treated Chika mirrored exactly how this particular friend treated me.
Yeah, you were Chika back in the day.
I was
like, happy-go-lucky, yeah. And then
like, because like Kaguya and Chika, they're good friends, but Kaguya like will detest Chika for like being friendly, and if good happens to her,
yeah,
this bitch, I hate her. Yeah.
Also, she was like jealous of like when she talks to the orange hair.
Oh, Miyuki? Yeah. The thing is, all right, these are characters. Chika does not care because she's a comedy relief character. She's comic relief, right? It's meant but like it's funny because scenes that were meant to be played off as a gag just pissed me off. I would get so mad. I was like, Kaguya, ooh, Kaguya. It's like when I read Nana and I get to Junko.
I was waiting for you to finish, because I was gonna mention. Remember when you went off on Junko in the video earlier?
She's like such a minor character, and I'm like, oh, Junko.
Because you don't like Junko because she's like feels like she's like high horsing by being friends with Nana, because Nana does dumb things, and then she's like, that's not how you. This is what you do.
Yeah.
And then
Nana's so Hachi's so stupid.
And she feels like so like smart and high horsey because she's like, I don't do the stupid things Nana does. She's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I get that.
One of the things that annoyed me was like Kaguya got annoyed at Chika's like friendliness, which hit like a sore spot for me because I was kind of in a sort of similar situation, except much less funny, where I don't know, I feel like I used to pride myself on how like friendly,
approachable,
and approachable.
You were very approachable.
That's that's what I strived for.
I'm the opposite of approachable. I scare people.
The aura. But yeah, I liked making friends. It was just, I like to get along with everybody. But this particular friend really did not like that. So, like, they viewed my other friends as not, these are Emily's friends. They viewed them as, these are Emily's other friends. These are Emily's other less important friends.
Right. I think it's just trust issues, right? Like, if you see someone, it's just jealousy, right? They see you being friendly with this person, and they're like, oh, they look like they're so happy with them, but never with me, and stuff like that. I think it's just...
But it just sucked because the thing that hurt my feelings the most was, this was a trait of mine that I really liked. Like, I liked my sociability, and it sucked knowing that someone who I was really close to found that part of me irritating. Right. When that's something I really liked about myself.
Yeah, okay, I get where you're going here. Mm-hmm. So you're saying like you're very happy about how approachable we are, and then you have a really, 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 really bad experience with a really close friend, and now you feel like it's permanently damaged like how you view yourself and perceive others.
Yes.
Because that one thing, you're like, this could happen again.
I'm more careful now as well, which is something I used to not like about myself, but now I've come to value as like, oh, you know what? This isn't so bad.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Trust me.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope it's a good thing.
Oh, again, it's that thing again where I'm like, I need to find a good middle ground where I'm not just automatically like,
no, it's all about balance. It's always about balance. All right, Emily.
All right, so this is a visual representation of me. This is a visual okay, this is a culmination of my thoughts from literally the past like 2 years. Not even 2 years. More than that.
Oh, that's good.
Past several years. This is me fixating on this tiny piece of myself that I miss that is really not that important. And then I'm completely ignoring just how much I've grown as a person. But I'm so...
That's so deep. I love it.
Is it corny? Did I get too corny?
I look like a buffoon. All you're venting, like I look like a buffoon compared to you. I'm just like, those internet comments.
You random internet user, how dare you?
I just don't complain a lot. I'm just very bad at it. But this is great. I like how you explained it. It feels like... Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, go ahead.
But it just feels like one of those like art critiques.
No!
Where you hang it on the wall and the teacher is like, so what is this piece? And you're like, this is mine.
Does it feel too art school?
No, I love it. No, that's what that's a purpose to it, you know? Come on, keep going. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. So this is because, you know, for the longest time I kept saying like, I feel like I've lost my spark. I've lost my spark. I've lost my charm, my luster, my sparkle. I miss my sparkle. And that's my sparkle. Where I'm like, oh, I miss this.
But you're already flourishing inside. You just don't even notice.
But like, I've sat down and I've thought about like, well, how do I feel about myself compared to like years ago? Like, how do I compare like new Emily to old Emily? And I realized, you know what? In a lot of ways, I've grown. Like, yes, I have been hurt, but also I've grown a lot, and I feel like I'm just ignoring that because I'm like, I'm not as happy-go-lucky as I used to be. Oh no! And it's like, all right, well, I shouldn't be focusing on that so much. For like the colors in the background, I went with like blue and kind of red. The red more like I have to acknowledge the fact that it's kind of hard to let go of that bitterness. You know, that too will pass.
Wow, you really thought about like what colors in drawings.
I mean, it's just blue. It's just a lot of blue and reds.
No, but the even you have the red that signifies something, which is interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was just part of the mixing of the background. It's cool that you explained that.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like I'm mostly like I'm pretty good now. I think like I'm mostly healed. It's been years. Okay, listen. It's been years. It's literally been years.
That was cool. That was a great piece.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. And this is my post-venting. I just picked.
This is what basically I did.
You do colors that make me happy.
We have this.
Woo! Looks like a Alice in Wonderland kind of piece.
Yeah, head empty. Didn't know what I was doing. I was like, ooh, trees look kind of cool. And then I did this swirly thing with this flat brush. I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't have any deep meaning to this. I was just like turning off brain.
Okay.
Is that good? That's fine, right?
No, yeah, that is good. You're just painting how you're feeling in the moment. Did it feel better to paint it?
Yeah, it felt great. I was just...
that's good.
Well, it felt great not knowing like, oh, this is going to look like garbage at the end. I didn't care.
Yeah.
All right. We have finished our pieces.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel, Emily?
That was fun. I had a good time. I feel like I yapped a lot longer than I should have, but...
You're venting.
That's true. Hey, we did it. Painted our pieces. I'm okay with how this turned out.
And for me, I'm bad at venting, so...
No, I don't think you did a bad job.
I felt like I did a terrible job.
No, why?
Public venting is just tough.
It feels awkward.
Yeah.
Because after it's all done, it's like, did I say too much?
Yeah.
Whatever, this is going to be edited. We're literally going to cut like whatever we don't want to keep, so it's fine.
Okay, well...
Hope you enjoyed listening and maybe venting along with us.
And
or
hopefully...
making vent pieces with us.
Maybe you can relate a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So we're not alone in this, right?
Yeah. Thank you to our patrons who got to watch this episode early and comment early. And if you would like those same privileges, please check out our Patreon in the link in the description down below. I feel like we said the word vent too many times. It feels weird.
Vent.
No, stop.
What is this, Among Us?
Stop.
He's venting.
Stop.
Emily's venting.
Old joke.
Emily vented. Emily vented.